This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, welcome back. We are just about ready for our national anthem, and we
got a little moment of silence right now,
here.
Bill.
His example of leadership still has tremendous impact on our school today. Let us now observe a moment of silence to remember Charlie Elmhurst. Thank you. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Ladies and gentlemen, the privilege of this game was made possible by those.
All right, now we are just about ready for the Lake City Trojans marching band for the national anthem. Dan Gussert along with Bill Dooley. We have Jeff Castillo down on the sidelines. See how this works,
yeah,
Dan?
It's an exciting new angle for us here on 26 Sports and CCTV, Bill. Be nice to see how this works out tonight for us.
Our national anthem. And a beautiful rendition of our national anthem by the Lake City Trojans marching band. And Dan, we're just about ready. We got a pretty good night, really, for football.
It's not bad. It certainly hasn't been like any of the other 9 weeks we've had this year. It's been such an unusual fall in northern Michigan. It's much more seasonable tonight. 40 degrees, pretty good stiff wind.
Right,
had a lot of rain this week.
Yeah.
You know, field conditions will come into play.
So looking at our wind, it's not going to basically be aiding one side or the other. It's going to be a crosswind tonight.
Yep. Which might affect, I think, certainly Lake City a little bit more with their potential throwing game, but also Lake City and looking for Berberkmos out there on the wides.
So Dan, we have, this is District 1. This is a
pre-district game. Yep.
Pre-district game, District 1. In the other side of the bracket, you've got Elk Rapids and Ishpeming Westwood.
Yep.
That's
that game's tonight too, we've been told.
Okay.
Yep.
So if we can potentially get an update on that, we'll let you know.
You know, Bill, 555 high school football teams and 11-man football started the year. And we got a good fortune to watch two of the really good teams going at it here tonight.
Yes, McBain will kick off to Lake City. They'll be defending the north end of the field to start off. It's going to be Andrew Sycamore, number 18 for McBain, who will be doing the kicking duties, the left-footed lineman. Back deep for Lake City. See if we can get some numbers. And we are underway here from Lake City, and that one is kicked out of bounds right around the 25.
Yep. So right away you see McBain wanting to keep the ball out of the hands of some of the skill players for Lake City, and they got a lot of them. Certainly Bizball's tough.
Jacob Ball, receiver.
Jacob Ball, yep.
Zach
There's a lot.
And they're led by their junior quarterback, number 7, Matt Holtz.
Yep.
And he's had quite a season.
He has. And Zach Norn, I just ran into his dad. I've been wondering all year long if this was a Norn that I had taught my first, second, third year. So, and I ran into him, and it is his kid out there. So,
and Sebastian is his brother. He's also playing.
They got the two boys out there.
Here's a handoff to the right side, right off the bat. around the right side with up to the 45, the 50 at midfield, and a first down for the Trojans, tackled there by Vandenbos.
Yep.
That was Zach
Nice
Noren.
job of blocking right there, Zach Noren. Yep.
So right off the bat, a huge chunk of yardage for the Trojans, and they'll move the sticks up into McBain territory.
We heard Jeff Castillo mention early on that he had watched the game between these two teams a month or so, or 2 months ago, and said Lake City really controlled the line of scrimmage, and you saw that on that first play. They had a big hole open for Noren.
And when you look at the size difference, McBain does have the advantage there. So that's
We got a quick whistle. Okay, we got an official's timeout there.
And Dan, we've got just a great lineup of sponsors tonight, which is going to be good when we start getting to that. Our crew tonight is situated up on top of the press box, so they're going to be catching a lot of that west wind. So they've got their gloves,
the
hats,
camera
and everything.
folks out there got the nice warm jackets on, though. That's good for them. And certainly down on the sideline with Jeff, too.
Yeah, Jeff was making a comment that he didn't think it was right that we would be up here in the heated booth, but
I don't know if we had a timeout. What was the thing here? Oh, I think we're getting
clock.
the clock going here. It didn't wind on the kickoff nor on that first play of scrimmage, so they're winding down a little bit of time here.
All right, so they're going to have 11:45 on the clock. Lake City with a first down at the McBain 46-yard line. Holt in the shotgun, looking to pass. Holt down the middle. He's got Noren there, and it's picked off there by Verbrookmos. That is Garrett Verbrookmos, number 11.
He did a great job playing center field right there. He knows he's got the height advantage. He just sat back, waited for the ball to come down, stepped in front of the receiver, and first big turnover of the game goes to McBain.
And he acts kind of like a punt.
Yes.
Putting McBain back down on their 12-yard line. So the first turnover of the game goes to the Ramblers, and they'll take off on their, looks like the 16-yard line, 17.
UTEC's going to be under center for most snaps for McBain.
There's a give on the right side. Busting through is number 8 for McBain.
Austin Ealing. Good strong run. Maybe 9 yards there, 8.5 yards, Bill.
He did a nice job up in Manton when I saw them play at the Manton homecoming. Ealing was chewing up some yardage. The center is Richard Fauble, number 77 for McBain. Cole Sealand and also Logan Rodenbaugh are two of the featured backs. Here's a give. It looks like was there a fumble there on the play?
I don't think
Not
there
quite.
was.
Okay.
I think it was just stuffed. Looked like
is that number 60 coming around the end there for Lake City? Damian Wurtenberger, one of them.
Yep. It might have been Miles McLeod out there too on that side.
And Miles is one of their standout linebackers.
But it is a first down. So 1st and 10 McBain at about their 28-yard line.
They've got Verbrookmos on split out to the right. UTEC with the handoff to the left now. Tackled nicely there, right at the 30-yard line. That's number 67, Dan.
Yep.
Number for Lake City, number 67 is Skylar Miller. Short yardage for McBain. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Ramblers. Just underway here. We got 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Dan Gussert and Bill Dooley bringing you the action along with Jeff Castillo on the sidelines. UTEC.
Fumble there.
Yep, there's a little miscommunication. We'll have to wait for the referees.
Yeah.
I think he fell on it,
I think
though.
he did fall on it. I don't see a lot of Lake City players there excited, and there sure were a lot of them, Bill. I don't think he was going anywhere anyway on that play. 3rd and 8 coming up.
So far, good job by the Trojan defensive line. McBain looking for a big play here after that interception by Garrett Verbrookmos.
He split to the far side here, Bill. We'll see if Hooker goes in motion on this. He does not.
Looking to pass.
They're looking
oh,
for
and some great pressure in the sack.
Yep.
Number 50.
54, right?
Yeah, that's Miles McLeod. I
Yep,
believe.
Miles again. He was right there.
Big loss, and that'll make it 4th down. Wow, UTEC didn't have a prayer in that one, Dan.
Nope.
Busted through the line,
We'll
and
see what McBain wants to do here punting-wise. Lake City has we got a flag down too.
could have been a horse collar, just the way that I saw the tackle made.
That might make for a first down here. So I think that'll still make it 3rd down, Bill.
It's 4th. Well, it should be 3rd.
Yeah, I don't. If that was after the play, how that's ruled. I think it's still going to be 3rd down and about 2 here.
Yeah,
So I think
it
that
should.
was on the tackle.
So it looked like a horse collar to you too, right?
Yeah.
Dan? On it, yeah.
Yep. But Miles McLeod there in a hurry. Holy moly. This time
Beekmos out to the left. Alex Utek under center. There's a pitch out to the right to, is that Rodenbaugh?
and he's not going to get there, Bill.
Nope.
He's going to be short.
Trojan defense stopped him short a couple yards.
So I haven't seen Noah Hendrickson out on the field for McBain yet, Bill. He's such an important part of that offense. Number 44, 210 pound fullback, just a junior.
And he, like we mentioned earlier, he has been injured most of the season,
Yep.
so we're not sure how healthy he is.
We'll see if McBain wants to kick to Noren. He is just, you know what? He keeps his feet underneath him. He's fun to watch. He's very, very shifty. Not a lot of big steps, big strides, but just
Who's the kicker?
fun to watch.
You got a number on their
Oh, that's
punter?
Sealand.
The
No,
delay
that's
game.
Gavin Sealand kicking there. He's the sophomore.
And that'll move him back 5 yards on the delay of game. So McBain will be, the line of scrimmage will be just over the 30, and that'll
Looks like
back
the
him
wind
up.
is switched here, Bill. I'm looking at the American flag here, and I think Sealand's going to have a little bit of wind at his back here,
You are right.
which is not where it was when we were down on the field about half an hour ago.
Yeah, it's switching southwest for sure. High snap, bringing it down to Sealand. End over end. That's going to hit and come back a little bit, so McBain will take it at the 35, it looks like.
Yep. Noren does a smart thing there. It's not one he's going to be able to field, so he gets out of the way, and it takes a Lake City bounce.
Yeah,
Dead end over end, you never know. If that takes the McBain bounce, that's going to go 25 more
Yeah,
yards.
those are the type you think are going to
Yeah.
roll forever.
Yep.
And that was Tristan Reed who downed the ball on the 35. So Lake City with their second possession.
They go right to that split wide offense here. Two receivers split to each side.
And Matthew Holt with the ball. And this time he keeps it, and he's drilled right there by Sycamore. That's Sean Sycamore, number 50.
Yeah, and Walker Herrick is, or excuse me, I missed the other number there, Bill.
Well, it was 50 on for most
Yeah.
of the tackle on
Yeah.
that one. He got him
Yep.
pretty good. So it's going to be 2nd down and 7 for the Trojans at their 37-yard line.
You can see the big hands of Holt on that. He's holding that football out there early on in that run. Just one hand. He's got huge hands, which, a little bit of wet field, cold weather like this shouldn't hurt him at all.
Single back is Noren. Noren, number 16's got it on the left side, looking for some space. He cuts up
We
the
got
field.
flags
He's got
on
a
the play,
first
Bill.
down. Yep, there's a flag.
Yep.
Chasing him down the line. He's got some space.
Yep.
2 men to beat. He's heading for the end zone,
Yep.
and he is in. That is Zach
It's going to
Noren.
come back, though.
And we got a
It's
holding
coming back.
way back. Nice run there, though, by Noren. You can see why.
And if you look, his feet never go more than about 2 feet in front of him. He's
He's very under control with this run.
yeah. Yep, makes it look easy.
So this is another big penalty, Dan. They had the horse collar
Yeah.
earlier, bringing him
Yep.
back, and
I think we're going to have a little hold out there on the outside, which might have been the reason that hole opened up right away. Oh.
And Dan, can we get our first shout out to our sponsors here? Do you have that list?
Let me get that, Bill. How about we do one more play
Do
here?
another play, and then we'll get our
I'll
sponsors
get that
going.
all ready.
All right, that's going to put the Lake City Trojans back to the 25-yard line. It'll be now 2nd down and 18. Back to pass. Holt a little bit behind him, and it was tipped, and
incomplete. Yeah, he's
dangerous.
looking right there for 13 right there.
That was 12, Bisball.
Bisball, Wyatt Bisball. Yeah, he's the senior.
And we see if we can check in with Jeff Castillo for our first.
Yeah, we'll see if we get a hold of him down on the field.
All right, 3rd down and 25 for the Trojans. Let's
Certainly in their playbook with the wide open offense they run.
A little blitz on the left side, pass down the sideline, grabbed there beautifully. First
That's,
down and more.
I think that's Marion over there on that side. Is that 86?
It was number 20 with the catch for Lake City.
20?
Jacob Bell, their
you
big
got better eyes
receiver.
than I do. You know, Holt does a great job there. He looks over to this side of the field, brings all McBain defenders this way, and then looks back to the other side, wide open. First down.
3rd and 25, Dan, and what a play to get that first down.
They're right at midfield.
McBain's defense has given up a couple passes tonight. They've had one interception by Garrett Verbigmos. Here's a play up the middle, kept there by Holt. Holt out to the right side at the 30, still going, cuts back in. He's at the 25, sheds a tackler, and finally McBain brings him down at the 25-yard line. Another huge play there for the Trojans. And Jeff, you got a good view of that. What'd you see down there?
I don't think we're getting a hold of Jeff right now, Bill.
All right, we'll work on that in between the first and the second quarter.
All right, we got a little bit more than 6 minutes to go, Bill. Lake City's driving on their second possession of the game.
Give to Zach Norn on the left side. Tries to cut it back. Nice job there by the Ramblers to minimize that gain.
Devin Davis out there, number 1, kind of leading that block, and Norn's just, he's going to read that block. He's going to pop it in, kick it out, depending on how that block goes. McBain does a good job trying to force him inside and limit that gain.
All right, so it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 from the 24-yard line for Lake City.
While they're getting into play, we'll give a couple of sponsors here. We got Lake City Materials and Ebel's Hardware and the Young Funeral Home. Thank you to those 3 businesses.
Keeper by Holt. Holt cuts it out to the left side, hit there nicely and driven back. Number 35, that's Cole Sealand with a great open field tackle.
Bill, some of our other sponsors are McBain Auto Service, Summit Digital, A&L Trading Post, McBain and Lake City Family Pharmacies, A-Tech Automotive Repair and Towing, Fox Motors of Cadillac, and we have several more, Bill. We'll get the next play here going here in a few seconds, and I'll get you the remainder of those. Big shout out to those sponsors. Certainly very nice to be able to bring some playoff high school football here to some folks maybe that can't get out here to watch this game tonight. That's Holt, Bill. He's running to our right. Excuse me, his right.
All the way down for.
He's going to get.
Is that a first down?
Really close to the first down, but I think he's going to be short. Nope, and I'd be wrong as usual. They've marked it off as a first down. Our other sponsors are Cadillac Casting, Bauman and Rogers, Johnson Oil and Propane, City to Shore Real Estate, and Miller's Corner. Once again, a big thank you to all of them. We want to remind everybody that our broadcasts are brought to you in cooperation between the Wexford Misaki Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26. We got students out running cameras and taking care of graphics and replay tonight. And they're under the direction of Wyatt Van Dynen, our supervised professional director.
Handoff and great tackle by number 24 for McBain.
Yeah, Noren had nothing to do as he was jumped right away right there.
24 is George Brown, I'm pretty sure.
George Brown, 6'4", 185 pounds, and he's only a sophomore.
Whoa. And do they have a flag? No, there was no flag on the play.
No flag. Looked like a little bit of that, maybe that horse collar tackle again. I don't think that one was. Looked like he was a little lower on the shoulder pads with that one. Second down and 14. Does that look right, Bill?
That is right.
Hey, if you want to help out, be a sponsor for some of our high school sports broadcasts with winter sports around the area, I'm going to give you that information after the next play.
They got ball to the left, Bisbaugh to the right. We got two running backs. This time is give us number 10, cutting it back to the left. He's got 2-3 yards on the play. So it's going to be third down.
So if you're interested in joining in our sponsors, you can look online at sales@mynews26.com, or certainly give a shout to the sales team at 231-577-1844.
All right, third down and goal from the 9-yard line. Matt Holt under center, right up the middle with the give. Sliding down is Norn. He kind of lost his footing at about the 4-yard line.
So that'll bring up a big decision early in the game here for Lake City. Do they go for it? Do they kick? I think I'd go for it, Bill.
They do have a good kicker because I saw him.
That'd be Walker Herrick, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. But with the skill that they've got with Holt and Noren, it doesn't surprise me to see him line up and go for two here, Bill.
All right, fourth down from the 3. There's a give to Noren, and Noren is in for the touchdown, Lake City.
So Lake City draws first blood. I'm wondering, Bill, in the booth, if we got a replay of that.
We'll get a replay coming up here in just a second. We also want to send it down to Jeff. See if Jeff, can you hear us?
Yeah, Bill, I can hear you just a little bit.
All right, give us your viewpoint down there on that play.
I'm actually having a hard time hearing you right now with the band playing, and there's a lot of excitement going on.
Just wanted to get your thoughts on that last play there, Jeff. What did you see?
Yeah, Lake City's line is really doing a good job blocking. They're handling McBain's line right now, so it's not surprising that the backs are able to get a lot of yardage here. That was a good kick, so Lake City's up 7-zip.
Yeah, Herrick with the PAT.
All right, thank you, Jeff. So at the 2-minute mark to go in the first quarter, Lake City strikes for a touchdown. They're up 7-0. And that was quite a drive. Started back on their own 25 after the penalty.
A couple of real big plays there. A third and long. They were able to capitalize a fourth down play for the TD. Just, what we've seen from Lake City this year.
Yeah.
Skilled offensive.
The third and 25 pass was one that comes to mind. That was a big play right there.
And a lot of Noren.
All right. Lake City to kick off. Beautiful night. Huge crowd here, Dan.
Yes.
These two towns are literally 10 miles apart. They know each other well. A lot of friends on both sides in this close-knit communities here in Misaki County.
So Walker Herrick getting ready to put the ball into play. Big number 50 here for Lake City.
Yeah, he was booting him about 40 yards in warm-up.
This one will be into that wind a little bit. We'll see what he does with it.
Nice kick over to the right side. Picked up right at the 15-yard line. And he's drilled right there by a host of Lake City Trojans.
Had a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play. Nice job by a few of the players to step in and separate things. This is a big rivalry game. They played earlier in the year. They played a lot over the years in many sports, a lot of these athletes. So cooler heads prevailed. That's a good thing to see.
Yep, Cole Seeland had nowhere to go on that play. So they will start at their own 25-yard line. Minute 58 to go here in the first quarter.
I think it's important for McBain to, and they lost earlier this year, 28-8. It's important for them to stick around and have a little momentum, a little confidence. They don't want to fall behind Lake City.
No, they need a good drive here, get their confidence going offensively.
There's
a
nice
play,
run right
beautiful,
there.
up the right side, close to a first down. I don't know if that was Logan Rodenbaugh. We got our
video monitor up here running. That was Rodenbaugh, I think number
34.
Yep. No, maybe number 8 there.
Oh, Austin Ealing.
Yep.
First down for McBain, so nice run there by Austin Ealing. Is he a junior or a sophomore?
They've had some good success running right so far, Bill. I'll look that up for you and let you know.
Okay, Verbeekmos split out to the left.
Ealing is a junior.
Hit right there before
Yeah.
he could hand it off, and a loss in the backfield. See if we can get some numbers.
That's 50.
Yep.
Fumble.
Yeah.
Fumble?
Recovered by
Holy
Lake City.
cow, there's a big turnover right there. A big hit by number 50 for Lake City. That's Walker Herrick, who just kicked off a minute ago, Bill.
Number 60 was also in on that, too. He's really
Okay.
been getting
I don't
some
know
high
who recovered
fives.
it. 60, you think?
Well, he was getting high fives and some
Okay,
hugs,
that'd be
so
Damian Wurtenberger.
Wurtenberger, so he was in on it, too.
So
So that's a second turnover in the game. This time it is
one
against
each.
McBain.
Lake City splits this time, and they send Jacob Ball to the far side here. Let's see if they look for him again. Oh, they're going to go right back to Noren.
Noren, he jumps over one tackler, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds at about the 41-yard line, so a loss of about 5.
Yep.
Give him 4.
Yep.
Second down and 14 for Lake City. We'll see how McBain reacts to this. They were hoping to get a drive going, and then a turnover. That's got to be disappointing.
Yep. Yeah, it was Brent Camphouse with a nice tackle right there. Certainly were a host of other Ramblers just behind him, all kind of just flowing Noren to the sidelines. Good team defense right there by McBain.
Clock is stopped with 1:22 to go here in the first quarter. Fake, looking for the pass over the middle. Wide open there. Number 86, that's Ben Marion.
Ben Marion, yep.
And a penalty comes in. It looks like a late hit, Dan. This might tack on another 10.
You know, that was a tough pass for Lake City to throw. McBain's offensive line pretty tall. Almost like a little bit of a jump pass, but boy, was Marion open.
Yeah, and he's got some height on him.
Yes.
We don't have the heights on the Lake
he's
City
about
roster.
6'3", 6'4",
yeah, easily.
Comes
So
from
we'll
a
get the
big
call
football
here.
family, you know. He's got some brothers up at Tech.
And that was a late hit on McBain, so that's going to tack on another 10 yards and put it all the way down to the 10-yard line, where it'll be first down and goal from the 10.
1 minute 13 to go, and Lake City's knocking on the door again.
Big turn of events here, Dan, with the turnover
Yes.
and now the penalty.
So James Young getting the play right here. Runs it in. He's the wide receiver for Lake City. They run their plays in with different receivers. Young's going to come to our side, it looks like.
On the next stoppage of play, we'll see if Jeff Castillo has got a good view of that hit. But right now, it is going to be 1st and 10. Waiting for the referees to get everything started back up here. In the shotgun. Noren up the middle, and there's not much there. Good defensive work by that interior line of the Ramblers.
Yeah, he was met first by Chase Vandenbos, and Noren is so shifty. Vandenbos got a good hit on him, unable to wrap him up. Looked like about a 3-4 yard loss. Turns into a short gain for Lake City, maybe a yard or two.
Second down and 8. See if we can get our center here for Lake City. That's number 67 is the center.
He does a nice job. That's tough to do, that shotgun snap all game long in this weather.
Zach Noren gets down to the 5 or 6. There's another potential late.
Yeah,
play.
I think that's a good no call. I think it was just momentum. Chase Vandenbos with a nice tackle there. Walker Herrick, momentum. He's just unable to stop, and they kind of ended up falling on the pile as he was making a block on one of the McBain players, and that'll take us to the end of the quarter, Bill.
All right, the end of the first quarter, Lake City Trojans 7 and the McBain Ramblers nothing. You are watching high school playoff football action on 26 Sports and CCTV. We'll be right back in just a moment.